Rivers, they are the lifeblood of our forests. The cycle of clean water, feeding the soil, sustaining every tree, every creature. The tragedy doesn't stop at the river's edge. The poison seeps out, corrupting the very ground our forests stand on. The toxic plumes infect the soil, destroying the microbes that are the foundation of life, and spreading disease among the roots of the mightiest trees. But for many ecosystems, the source of life has become a conduit of death. Every day, thousands of tons of toxic waste, from chemical runoff to untreated sewage, turns our waterways into open, flowing wounds. To confront this sickness, we have to face it head on. To measure the scale of the crisis, we have to go out and touch the poison ourselves. We joined a small team as volunteers, armed with nothing but nets, boats, and a single hour to dedicate to a short stretch of this river. A tiny commitment to a massive problem. For 60 exhausting minutes, we worked the banks and the polluted currents. It was a brutal physical reminder of the sheer volume of human waste carried by this waterway. The river wasn't just flowing, it was a conveyor belt of contamination, dragging its toxic burden towards the sea and leaving its deadliest debris to fester on the surrounding land. The trash we collected, both recyclable and non-recyclable, was weighed. After just 1 hour of work in this small isolated section of the river, the total haul was a staggering 300 kilograms of waste. That's right, 300 kilograms, a quarter of a ton of human neglect, dragged from the river in a fleeting moment, a measure of the daily assault on the life it once sustained. The number is overwhelming, a physical monument to our collective failure. But it is also a number that carries a hidden hope. If a handful of people could remove 300 kilograms of poison in just 60 minutes, imagine the difference that could be made. Imagine how quickly we could begin to heal the water, and in turn, the threatened life on land. The river is dying by a million cuts, but it can also be saved by a million hands.
Regular community involvement, like volunteering and people in the community, like involving themselves to contribute to SDG 15, which is life on land. How important would you say is community involvement?
Right. So when you talk about life on land, right, we always think about like the forest, the animals. Life on land includes us. Yeah, includes the community, includes the human. We live on land. We don't live, in the water. How important it is really about your survival. It's nothing else. Like that's the whole thing we're doing this, like for our survival, right? But along the way, are we only looking at our survival, or are we looking at the survival of the ecosystem as well? Because truly, we cannot live without the ecosystem, right? We cannot live without animals, without trees, without clean water, right? So I think when you ask about how important it is, like sometimes we think too much of ourselves. Like we only care about our survival, that we neglect the survival of other things that make us survive, right? We care about trying to survive, make ourselves survive, but we don't realize that the other things that around us that make us survive. Without clean water, what's going to happen? Without trees, without animals, just one species that extinct is going to impact. Just like this community, if the firefly extinct from this place, what are these people going to do? If this has been the things that they've done all their lives, their livelihood, just one species, right?
Share a few examples of Econite's past work that have directly helped contribute to life on land, SDG 15, like some of your past projects or events.
Yeah, sure. Well, like I said, all 5 that we do, right? The key areas that we work on, the biodiversity conservation, food securities, climate actions, all these technically supports or directly, indirectly supports the life on land. There are a few key projects that I've shared with you, like of course what you have done today, even though we, clean up what waste in the river, but it's actually impacting the surrounding. The tree planting is actually, our forest conservation is also one of our key projects, right? People think that when you plant trees, it's only about about carbon, it's about climate change, but it's also about protecting the soil, right? Like if you see here, this is an example, right? Like this area has been eroded, right? You can see here, see it's slanted already, right? Because of erosion. So what they did, not us, but this is an example of planting the trees to support this from crash. So what we are doing, part of it is also planting the trees along the river to support the soil, so that you can hold the soil from erosion. And if it's eroded, then you can see why the water is very murky, because of the sludge, because of the soil that goes inside. So these are some of the things that we do.
The NGO officer lady patiently explained us about the seeds.
So this is pokok berembang. Yeah, so there's actually two types of planting, which is the first one is saplings and the second one is seedlings, and these are all for the seedlings types.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the type of berembang, and that one is nipah. So that's why I say that it cannot be just planted like that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be in mud.
The soils are alive again, and the plants are growing again. When we take care of even one small plant, it helps the land to stay strong. The river is clean now. The water and the sky both look peaceful. The land is so beautiful, and this is what we are trying to protect. Seeing a butterfly means life is coming back. The green field look full of life again. Even the birds seems happy. Nature feels calmed, and clean water gives every living thing a chance to survive. The fireflies are shining again, and it shows the land is healthy. We watch the trees passing by. Everything looked fresh and alive. It felt good knowing our small world helped this place. So if we care for our nature, nature always gives back. And we didn't just clean a river, we helped bring life back. And this is SDG 15, Life on Land. And this is just the beginning. When we protect the earth, we protect our own future.
I would like to urge people to not throw their trash and plastic in water bodies like rivers and lakes, because this really harms the ecosystem and the biodiversity of the life in water and the surrounding land. So please, guys, don't pollute our natural water sources. Thank you.